chips. I'm getting rich. Running up digits, counting up six stacks. My money flipping, let's take a trip. Splash. Standing on business, tycoon rich. I'm rich. Look at my chips. Yeah. I'm getting rich. Running up digits, counting up six. My money flipping, let's take a trip. Splash. Standing on business, tycoon. All right. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Great morning. We are back live again here on YouTube, 8:45 every Tuesday. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get right into it. All right, so for those of you all that might be new, what we do is we start off by talking about what we trade, how we trade it, and then we get into the market to see if we see any opportunities. So currently what we trade is NASDAQ. So NASDAQ is an index that caters to investors interested in innovative, growth-oriented companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and others, offering a diverse selection of industry leaders, driving economic progress and technological advancements. And so these are some of the companies that are comprised within the NAS index. Okay. And so we have Apple, we have Microsoft, we have Ross, Adobe, Intel. Okay. All of these companies that you all are familiar with are comprised within the NAS index. And so we basically trade the performance of these of this index every morning in the academy, but live for free. We do it on YouTube, of course, at 8:45. So this is what we trade. Now let's talk about how we actually trade it. Okay, so I try to keep things really simple when it comes to the market open. So we have other strategies where we get signals where price gets near the 200, or if price is crossing over the 200. We have other strategies for that. But for market open specifically, we use a concept called BPC. Okay, BPC for market open. All right, very simple. We find the most recent support and resistance. So this is our support. This is our resistance. Okay. Our resistance, think of resistance as like a ceiling. If you throw the ball up to the ceiling, what happens? The ball will bounce down. Okay. So that's resistance. Support is like the floor. Okay. Support is like your floor. If you throw the ball to the floor, the natural reaction is for it to bounce up. So when candles reach support and resistance, they react the same way, kind of like a ball would if it had a ceiling and a floor. Okay. So our job is to identify that ceiling and the floor near most recent price. So if price is kind of just moving up and down like this in a certain area, we want to identify that for recent price. And let's just say recent prices right here. Okay. So what we're looking for is, number one, our directional bias. Okay, what is our directional bias for the day? We use something called the 200 EMA, right? It might look something like this. And then if it's moving up and the 20 is above our 200, let's just say this is the 20 is above our 200, then we're looking for buys. Okay, we're looking for buys. Now, if the 20 is beneath the 200, then we're looking for sales, right? So basically it's in the opposite direction. So here's our 200 coming down here, okay? And let's say our 20 EMA crosses over and is moving to the downside. Well, now we're looking for sales, okay? We're looking for sales. So our directional bias for today, when we look at the chart, we will determine that on if the 20 is above that 200 EMA or beneath that 200 EMA. Okay. So that's what we'll determine. Now, let's just say our directional bias is a buy. Okay. With the directional bias, we're looking for a BPC past our resistance level, our most recent resistance level. We want a bullish BPC. Okay, a bullish BPC. All right. And so when we find this bullish BPC, we look for three confirmations. Okay, three confirmations. We look for a breakout, a pullback, and then continuation. We need price to break out of the key level, pull back to the key level, and then push out for continuation here. Once we get those three signals, then that's when we enter the market. Now, let's say the market decides it wants to reverse. Well, then we need to look for two layers of a reversal. The first one, let's say that this is the 200 EMA right here. Okay. We want price to break through the 200 and then also break through the next key level. Once price does that, then we look for our BPC to the downside. But we need full confirmation because the 200 is such a strong level of, it can serve as such a strong level of support and resistance. We have to respect where it is. Okay. Yesterday we got into a buy based on our directional bias and where the 200 was. And for those that got in, they actually won that trade. Okay. So we're going to see if we can get an opportunity like that today between now and 10 o'clock to see if we get an opportunity. We know that the market opens at 9:30, so we're not getting into anything until after 9:30. Okay. So I am going to, and great morning to everybody that's joined. Great morning. All right. Hope you guys are having a great morning. So I'm going to get to the chart. And we're going to look at NAS, but then we're going to talk about entries when price touches the 200. I want to go over that a little bit more, okay? Because we get a lot of opportunities in our signals channel that just kind of lets us know where price is, and from there, kind of course, make your own decision of what you want to do when you get in the trade. But I want to kind of go over that so you all can have even more opportunity when looking to get into trades. So last week I had some students just focus on crossovers. This week we're gonna use a combination of both crossovers and when price is near the 200. Just got to know what to look for when price is near the 200. Okay, so here we have. Let me go over to the chart here, and let's look at NAS. So we look at our directional bias based on, and I'm going to go ahead and hide the zigzag for now. We look at this based on the 15-minute chart. Okay, so I'm on a 15-minute chart, which means every candle, it takes 15 minutes to close. Okay. Instantly, what I see for NAS, you can clearly see the direction of the 200 is moving up. Okay, you can clearly see that it's moving up. All right. Also, what we see is the 20, which is this line here. Okay. And let me hide the Keltner as well. Let's do that. Let's hide the Keltner for right now. All right. The 20 is above the 200. So our directional bias for today, meaning we're looking mainly for buys. I'll say that. Okay. Mainly for buys that's our directional bias for today. Okay. Now, before you trade every day, your key levels should be set. Okay. So let's set a couple of key levels together. So key levels are significant areas where price bought based on price action, right? So we're going to set up the key levels here and see what opportunities we have for today. Okay, and I have a whole multiple clips on key levels. So if you get more information about that, you can. Okay, let me bring this down just a little bit here. All right, excellent. So where we are right now, we're consolidated right now. When you see price moving back and forth like that, that's called consolidation. Okay, so we're just kind of stuck in this area right here. Consolidation is not always bad though. You just got to be patient and know how to play it, right? Because that means at some point the market has to be able to go and basically break out and choose a direction. So a breakout should happen soon. Okay. So yesterday, like I mentioned before, we got into a buy, and this is a newer chart, so I don't have this one fully marked up, but we'll say we got in, let's see, what was it? I believe it was around this level right here yesterday. And that was a successful buy. And you can see price continue to push to the upside. All right, continue to push to the upside. So, oh, actually, it was this move right here. Yep, this was it right here. Okay. So now that we've identified the directional bias, which is a buy, now we have to identify our buy and sell zones. Okay, so here's going to be my buy zone here, right above this level, because at this point the momentum of the market is already moving up. We don't need much for price to break out, pull back, and then continue to the upside. That's the momentum of the market, right? However, if we get a reversal, all right, let's say we get a reversal, we're going to make this one red. Okay. If we get a reversal, we need price. Remember, I said it needs to break past the 200, which is here, and then our next key level, which is here. Okay. Break past this key level, and then the 200, which is break past the 200, and then this key level here. Okay. So here's our buy zone, and here's our sell zone. The reason why it's important to identify your buy and your sell zone is because it avoids you from taking trades in between these gaps here that's noisy. Okay. The breakouts are strong past the buy and the sell zones. That's where the breakouts are strong at, past these buy and sell zones. Okay. In between, I'm not saying you can't make profits, but that's how I pretty much approach the market. And it's been working very effectively doing that. Okay. So that is the buy and sell zones that we have for the market for today. Now, I want to go over the 200. And when you get opportunities, when price touches the 200, when you get those opportunities, how to go about it. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at, let's see here. All right. So here's an opportunity here. Okay. So price is near the 200 here. Where is our 20? Our 20 is beneath the 200. So we know that we're looking for a sell. And so once you get into your sell, you know you have your distance of where you want to set your stop loss or take profit. And then you go ahead and place your trade. Price came near the 200 again, right? So this was the first time price came near the 200. All right. But this is a bullish candle. And this bullish candle is above the 200. So I'm not going to take that trade. Okay. So you get another alert that says, let's say this one right here. Price is near the 200. Okay. It broke through here. And we just got a couple of alerts actually. So let's go take a look at it. USD JPY. And then we got a crossover for GBP USD. So USD JPY, let's go look at that since we're talking about touching the 200. All right. So price is right here near the 200. It broke past, it's under the 200. The 20 is under the 200 as well. The candle is under the 200 and the 20 is under the 200. Okay. So I'm going to take this trade and I'm going to risk about 150 on this one. All right, I'm going to risk about 150 on this one. And the reason why, even though the 200 is flat, we're seeing resistance at this level. And we don't need a lot for our take profit and stop loss. So I'm clicking sell, I'm clicking stop loss, and then I'm going to go up to a point where I think it's going to risk me about 150 for the trade. All right, so if I change this to, let's see how much it's going to affect the trade here. Sometimes this lot size calculator can be a little laggy, but it's all right. All right, so let's go to 1. Let's go to a whole lot size. So that'll put me at 120. All right, so I want 1. Let's see. Okay, so that's a little too much. So I'm going to go to 1.3. 1.3 will put me right where I need to be. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click sell. All right, so this is a new account I told you guys. So I'm going ahead and click sell. Right, so go ahead. It's already open now. Right, so my stop loss 0.1. Right, there's my stop loss right here. And then my take profit, I'm going to go ahead and this. I'll come down here. And then I'm going to click take profit. And then I'm going to drag it down to 0.04. 0.04. That's all I need right there. There's my take profit. All right, so I'm going to drag that down here. Make sure my measurement is right. Let's see here. 0.04. So I need to move it up just a little bit. All right, and I'm in. All right, so I'll go ahead and confirm. And now I'm set. So all I need is price to pass this price level, and I'm out. I'm out the trade. Okay? All right, so that's that one. So let's go take a look at GBP USD. Let's go take a look at GBP USD. Nice crossover here. All right, so we're crossing over. So it looks like it's finally trying to break out, but because look at the momentum of the market right now. It's coming down. Price is coming down. So this crossover right here, I will probably skip out on. If I'm being honest, I'm gonna skip out on this because the 20 is very close to the 200. There's no clear support or resistance in this position here. Now, if I was looking at, let me see, USD JPY. Let's go back to this one real quick. And when it was coming up, right? So these are good indications right here. So like this area right here, how the 200 is moving up and price came down to the 200, that's a great entry because I can clearly see the direction and I'm moving towards the direction. Okay, so that's that. So now let me go look at let's see what USD CAD look like. All right, so this is a great example right here. Actually, we might get an alert on this soon for USD CAD, but let's just look at this. Okay, if you get an alert that says price is near the 200, and you can see the direction of the 200, okay, this one is a great entry. Price bounces off the 200. Price near the 200. Okay, so you might get the first alert here, but I'm not going to take that because price is beneath the 200 and the 20 is beneath the 200. Okay, but if I get an alert here and say price is near the 200, well, now I have a bullish candle above the 200 and my 20 is above the 200. So I'm going to take that for a buy. Even right here, this is another good example. Bullish candle above the 200, 20 above, take the trade. Okay, take the trade. So these are great examples of when price is near the 200, you want to make sure that that 20 is going in the direction that you want it to go. Okay, so we got a nice little crossover here for AUD USD. That's all right. All right, so let's go to, let's look at one more pair. Let's look at gold. Gold Great crossover here. Great crossover right here. Okay. Great crossover. It didn't, price never came near the 200, so that's just a trade that you could ride up if you wanted to. Just depends on your trading style. But you get in and out, hey, you take your profits and you're done. So it's really up to you how your trading personality is. If you don't like sitting and waiting for your trades, then that's not your style, right? But if you can get in and out and take advantage of it, hey, make it happen. Okay? All right, guys. So that's where we are. Okay? Any questions on what I just talked about? And great morning, everybody. Any questions? Any questions? But that 200 is your magnet. Okay? You have to use that as your base. Because when you're looking at the Happy New Day, Mary. Happy New Day. That's it. That's right. That's right. That's right. Let's get it again today. That's right. So Mary actually was able to take profits off of the NAS trade yesterday. So great job, Mary. Excellent. Excellent work. All right. That's what we're looking at. When you guys get those opportunities, look at where the 20 is. Okay? If price is near the 200, I'm gonna give one more last example before we take our little break before market opens. Let's go to let's use USD CHF. All right. Another example. Okay. Let's say you got the alert here. I'm gonna zoom in, and I'm a really get into the detail for this. Okay. So you might get an alert on this candle right here that says price is near the 200. Okay. At this moment, price is near the 200, but where's our 20? Our 20 is still up here. Okay. That's not a good entry. Excuse me. Okay. But then you get another alert here saying price is near the 200. Your 20 is above. You take the buy. Okay. Same thing here. Price gets near the 200 here. Where is it? Right here. Price gets near the 200 here. Nice morning star setup here. If you don't know what that is, check your candlestick Bible book. Okay. Nice morning star here. We have a 20 EMA here above, and price just follows suit. Okay. So here we have price near the 200. The 20 is beneath, so that means you look for sales. So that's really it. Wherever the 20 is, that tells you if you look for a sell or a buy. If the 20 is beneath the 200, you look for a sell. If the 20 is above the 200, you look for a buy when price gets near 200. Okay? But just make sure that that candle is above or beneath the 200. So for instance, if I get a signal that says price is near the 200, I want the bearish candle to be beneath the body of the candle to close beneath the 200. Okay? If I get a buy, I want the body of the candle to be above or close above the 200. Okay? That's important. All right? So that's really the basis of what we're looking at here, guys. Okay? Any questions? Any questions? What if my zone values are different from yours? Why is that? Okay, so let's go back to that, Mary. Let's go back. Great question. So going to NAS here. Now, with NAS, what we're looking at, let's make this bigger here. Let me make it full screen here. Okay, there we go. So with NAS, what we're looking at right now is your key zone, your key levels. That's the first thing we want to identify. Okay. So right here is where, this is recent price, of course, right here, right? we can see that this is where it's consolidated. So my key levels are here. Resistance, support. So that's the first thing you want to identify, Mary. Are your key levels the same as mine? So I have 24,781 for my resistance and 24,731 for my support. Are your key levels the same? Let me know in the chat if your key levels are the same. Okay. And then after that, identifying the buy zone and the sell zones is pretty simple, but our key levels definitely have to be the same in order for that to be accurate. So is your report and resistance levels 24,781 and 24,731, Mary? Let me know if those price levels are the same for you. Okay. So if they are the same, what we want to look at is, okay, we're already, our directional bias is a buy, price is moving up, 200 is above the 20 is above the 200. So our buy zone is just our next key level. Okay, because that's where the momentum of the market is right now. Our sell zone, remember, it has to break past the 200 and then break past that next key level. So your sell zone should always be beneath your 200 if you're in if the 200 is going up. Now if it's going down, then it should be above the 200 for your buy zone. Okay? So that's what the levels are the same, but the dollar values are different. Okay, that's fine. Don't get caught up in the dollar value, because every broker has different they some brokers use different types of like data. So it might not be exactly right, but the price and the structure should be pretty much the same. Okay, so the price and the structure should be pretty much the same. So as long as your structure is correct, that's all that matters. Okay? 24,784 for your buy zone. Yeah, that's close enough. That's only like a couple of dollars off. It doesn't have to be right on it. So you're right. You're good on that. Yep. No problem. No problem. All right, guys. So it's 9:13. We'll be back on at 9:25. Okay, so let's see, 9:13. So that's about 12 minutes from now. So let's go ahead and get ready for the market to open. All right. So I will see you guys soon. 9:25, guys. 9:25. Let's get it. Let's get it. Great job, Mary. I see it says the structure is spot on. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, let's see. Perfect. All right, 9:25, guys. Let's get into the market. Let's see what we have going on. All right, let's make this screen big for us so we can see it. Okay, so again, as we mentioned earlier, we are looking for a possible bullish BPC past this area. Now, there is no look left right now for NAS because we're at an all-time high. All right, we're in that territory. So we will look for our 0.1% take profit if we do get the bullish BPC on the upside. Now, if price comes down, I don't think we'll be able to hop on during this session. But I will post in the group if I do decide to still get into the trade. Okay. But that's where we are right now. So again, it's 9:26. Let's see what we get. What do you guys think we're going to get into? Do we think we're going to have some type of psychological barrier here, right? Where people are afraid to get into a buy and they are looking like, okay, there's rejection, 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 rejection. We're going to come to the downside. Or do you have some optimistic people who think otherwise, right? They might think something close to where, okay, support, 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 we break through and we go to another level. All right. What do you think is going to happen as far as the trades today? Are we getting into a buy or a sell? What do you guys think for today? A buy or a sell? Let me know in the chat. A buy or a sell. And if you are just tuning in, great morning to you. Okay. A buy or a sell. What do you guys think we're going to get into today? A buy or a sell? What does that look like? What does that look like for you guys? My directional bias is, I'm going to stick with the directional bias. I'm sorry, which is a buy for me personally. But again, you always want to remain objective when you're in the market, okay? Because it can change at any point, and your analysis could be wrong, and you have to be able to pivot and make the adjustment. All right, Mary says a buy, buy, buy. It remind me of that song. I think what is it? Instinct. I think, yeah, back in the day. Definitely, I'm on the buy side though. I'm definitely on the buy side. Anybody else? What do y'all think? A buy or a sell today? Buy or a sell? Let me know. We got about less than a minute now until the market opens. So let's see. Hopefully we can get some action soon. Now let's also keep in mind, guys, we have news today. We have news today, 5 a.m. Okay. And President Trump is speaking today. So we don't know how that's going to move the market. All right. So let's see what happens. And then we have Federal Chair Powell speaks at 12:05. So it's going to be an interesting first half of the day today. Okay. Very interesting first half of the day. All right. 10 seconds now. 10 seconds until the market open, guys. 10 seconds. What are we going to get here? What are we going to get? Market is open, guys. Market is open. Let's see if we get some price action that opens up fast today, that moves fast today instead of us kind of dragging. Now, we may or may not just because of the news, but either way, we're prepared for whatever the market decides to do. Okay? And for whatever reason, I'm not seeing my candle move the way I need it to. Let's see. Oh, maybe that's the spread. 1 second, guys. Let me just kind of move in between price right now. There we go. Okay. So for whatever reason, this candle is stuck here. So I'm going to go back to the 5 minute and just see what's going on here. Okay. But I'm hoping we can get this buy opportunity here. But the market's going to do whatever it wants, whenever it wants. So we just have to be patient. Hopefully we're in and out before these guys speak. Yeah, for sure. Because we already know if the news happens, we don't really like to try to trade around the news. So that's just a little FYI right there. All right. So here we go. We might come to the downside today. We might just do that. Getting some pushback here. Let's see. Now, if we stay above this level and we stay near this little 200 right here, we're not in too much of a bad shape. We still have to get into a buy. But if we break through this, then I don't know if we're going to be able to get in before then. So we'll see. We got a nice little distance until our sell zone here. Yeah, it's a nice distance until our sell zone. So we'll see how it plays out. Be patient. And let it work itself out. Okay? Let it work itself out. All right, so we got about 1:50 left on this. I'm on a 5-minute chart for whatever reason. My 15-minute chart is being weird right now. Let's see. All right, there we go. We back in action now. Okay. So yeah, we can stay at or above this area right here. The buy still looks good within the next 15 to 30 minutes. But if we break through and we break through strong, we are definitely looking at something totally different here. And that's okay. You just wait and be patient. Wait for your opportunity. Okay? We wait for the opportunity. Tomorrow on our live session, for all of the students in the academy, you guys are going to, if you're available, assist me with Market Open tomorrow. We're going to do this together. Because that's how we get better. Okay? So we're just being patient, guys. We're chilling, waiting, seeing what the market wants to do. It's definitely indecisive right now. And I'm going to go to the news real quick just so you guys can see. We can see that Trump is speaking at 9:50. And then we have the flash manufacturing news red folders at 9:45. So that can move price one way or the other. And to be honest, this might be a tricky situation because if we're not in anything in the next 5 minutes or so, we don't have to wait because we just don't know how this thing is going to play out at all. Whenever there's news, we know that there's unpredictable movement there because we don't have real time data on how people are going to respond to whatever the news is announced. and we trade accordingly. So we have to wait, collect some data, collect some analysis to see what's happening, and then we enter the trade. If you're moving when everybody else is moving, you'll miss your move or you'll make the wrong one. Okay? So it's looking like we're most likely going to probably wait until after the news to enter the trades. It's going to be one of those mornings, guys, where price can go one way or the other. NAS has been on a nice uptrend for a while, so it might be time for some type of correction. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens, guys. We'll see. We will see. Price is still trying to hold support here, though, so that's a good thing. If we get that BPC on this upside, though, we are definitely going to take that. Definitely going to take that. So we just gotta wait. Sylvester said, "Oh no, we have to wait." I know, Sylvester. It's not the funnest thing to do, but we do have to wait. We will have to wait because it's already about to be 9:40, and the first news comes out in 9:45. So we can't force anything. And we'll see if the news even does anything. Sometimes the news doesn't even move the market. So we'll see. We will definitely see. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. What will we get for today? It's holding support. We're learning that waiting equals money. That's right. That's right. Because it's no point of rushing. I mean, you rushing to do what? To get into a trade? You can get into a trade whenever you want. If you're going to get into a trade, at least try to put yourself in a position where it's the highest chance for you winning it. And if that means you got to wait for that opportunity, then that's what it is. You're like a sniper. You want to wait until you got that clear shot, and then you take it. You don't want to waste your last bullet on something that you're not sure of or don't feel confident in. Sniper entries. All right, here we go. Here we go. 9:40, guys. It's 9:40. 5 minutes until the news. Let's see if we can get something going. Let's see if we can get something going. I'm gonna play some little music and I'll play the little theme song in the background if y'all don't mind. Through, guys. We are breaking through. Let's see how it closes. Let's see how it closes. It's definitely trying to break through though. Definitely trying to break through. Wow, nice break. Nice break. Now the news could push it down close to this 200 within the time frame, guys. So we'll see. Yeah, we learn. We learn all. We all learn in our own way, Mary. We all learn in our own way. And honestly, you still. It's never like a destination. You just get better at it. As far as waiting for your opportunity, when you wait for a certain period of time, and you start to see the benefits of waiting, you start to appreciate waiting. You start to enjoy waiting because you know on the other side of that is a higher chance of you winning. Now you still not gonna win all your trades, but you at least if you lose, it's something you understand and there's logic behind it instead of you just taking impulsive trades, right? So yeah, I definitely had to learn that lesson. We all do. We all do. You know. So and it's times where you get anxious, like right now. This will be a time early on from when I started trading. I probably would have entered a sale right here for sure. For sure, I would have entered the sale just because I see. I'm like, oh, that's a nice. It broke a key level. It's a strong candle. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in, but you got to be careful because those are where the traps are. So, yeah, for sure, absolutely. Music keeps you calm, relaxes you, no pressure. Now we just gonna see what this news does. We got a minute and 30. I'm sorry, not even a minute and 30. We have a minute and 5 until the news. So let's see what it do. Let's see what it do, y'all. Let's see what it do. All right, here we go. 10 seconds into the news. Let's see what it does for our market. Let's see what happens. And then 5 minutes after, we got Trump speaking. So here we go. We got price near the 200 again for USD JPY. Must be going in the opposite direction. Let's see. Oh, little spike right there for news. It's a small one. Ain't getting too much action on NAS though. Give it some time. Give it like 5 minutes. Give it about 5 minutes, guys. About 5 minutes. 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. So it looks like the flash PMI news, the two red folders, not really making too much noise. Let's see what 950. See, when they speak, it takes some time because people listen to what they're saying and then make a response based on that. So that's it. That's a tricky one. We might have to put our alerts at our levels to circle back, but we'll see. We take our time. Take our time with it. Let's take our time with it. And if not, hey, it's just a no trading day. At least for NAS, we still got plenty of more opportunities out there. Plenty more opportunities. So, that's where we are, guys. Oh, looks like we're getting some movement now. Look like we getting some movement now. Trading these red folders is a mind game being played. That's why we recommend not to trade them. Because it's a lot of manipulation when it comes to news, guys. Y'all gotta really understand that things are done in a certain way for certain agendas and for certain things to be accomplished. So, um, yeah, you want to stay away from it. That's where the big boys play. The banks, the international banks and stuff like that. That's their playing field. That's their playing field. Yep, guys. So let's see what we get here. All right, it's 950 from this little speech. See if it affects the market at all. Right now, we just kind of coasting. No real movement. By 955, if we're not close to our buy zone, go ahead and set our alerts near our levels, and then we're going to call it. We're not going to force anything. And based on the way price is moving right now, I don't think we're going to get too much action here right now, guys. That's all right, because we're going to be right back on tomorrow. Seeing what opportunities we get. Hope something later today, too. You might catch something. Give it about a couple more minutes, guys, and then we're going to wrap it up. Couple more minutes. All right, so not too much going on right now, guys. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. We'll be back on next Tuesday, same time. I'm going to go ahead and set some alerts right here, right above my 24784 level. I'm going to set an alert here. Okay, then I'm going to set an alert here at this 24568 level. Okay, so we get something during that time, goes past our zones, then we'll get in. If not, we'll avoid the noise for the day. All right. Great job, guys. Thank you guys for locking in. I'll catch everybody in the academy tomorrow, same time. And let's keep this train moving. Have a great day. Talk to y'all later. Peace.